So many of you may know that lately there's been a rise in short-form videos going viral with sensational headlines about the royal family, particularly about the youngest members, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. Sensationalised headlines like Princess Charlotte gets stopped by police in airport, Prince George gets stopped by police in airport, and Prince Louis goes to meet homeless man and goes viral. These stories are gaining millions of views, likes and shares, but there's just one issue. There's no airport incident, no police involvement, no viral homeless encounter. These are fabricated stories often made using AI-generated images, voices or edited clips to make them seem legitimate. At first glance, they seem harmless, maybe even entertaining, but there's a growing problem that creators and viewers need to understand. And as a young royal journalist, I'm going to explain these all to you now. We live in a time where AI tools can make almost anything look believable. A child's voice can be cloned, a photograph can be altered to place them in a scene that never happened, a full storyline can be created with dramatic music, a fake narrator and clever editing. And when these videos aren't labelled as storytelling or fiction, they blur the line between truth and imagination. And people start to believe them. They comment things like, "Is this true? Why didn't this make the news?" Or "Prince George is so brave." And just like that, fiction becomes fake news. Some of you may be thinking, well, it's just a story, what's the harm? Here's why this trend is concerning, especially when it involves real children. And if you're already aware of this, you may already be aware of the concerns. But if not, no worries, let's go through them now. Well, first up, probably the most straightforward one, it creates confusion. These videos paint a completely false picture of what the royal family does day to day. People start to form opinions based on the made-up events, and it creates unrealistic narratives and leads to misinformation about how the royal family actually functions, especially the British royal family, which already exists under constant public scrutiny. Number 2, it targets children. Let's not forget that Prince George is 11, Princess Charlotte is 9, and Prince Louis is 6. They didn't choose the spotlight, they can't respond to these stories. They're too young to understand the digital whirlwind they're caught up in. Let's not also forget that Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis are also being trained at the moment to be royals. They are, balancing their private lives with, the occasional engagement with their parents where they go and their parents are making sure that they have an even balance between private lives and their public lives and easing them into their royal roles, So yes, they're still being eased into their royal roles as well as being school children and doing what other normal children do, So making up lies about them, I don't understand why people do this. So yes, creating fake stories about them, even if it's meant to be cute or inspiring, strips away their privacy and dignity. These are real children, not fictional characters for views. Number 3, it can lead to real-world consequences. One viral fake video might seem silly, but 10, 20, 100, now people are creating an alternate reality around real people, and that leads to questions they shouldn't have to answer. Attention that they didn't ask for, and in some cases, security concerns. Sadly, we've seen it before. Conspiracy theories, paparazzi swarming airports just in case, and public speculation spiralling because someone believed a viral clip that was never fact-checked before. Now let's be fair, not everyone who makes these videos has bad intentions. Some genuinely enjoy storytelling, creating what-if moments or emotional edits. Some people even label them as AI edits or AI photos, to help people differentiate between real news and fake news, and real photos and fake photos. And that's obviously fine, creative content can be amazing, but if you're using the names and faces of real people, especially children, you have a responsibility. Say it's fictional, say it's AI generated, and say it's not real. And if you see this content, make sure to call these people out. If you're creating this content, if you don't actually state that this is fake or this is just for entertainment purposes, you're not just making entertainment, you're contributing to a false narrative and possibly putting children in the firing line of public obsession. This isn't about calling out creators who enjoy the royal family or want to celebrate their public appearances, but if you're telling a completely fake story and framing it like news, it crosses a line from fun to misinformation. And many royal fans will now pick this up as fake news as well and probably call you out for it. As viewers, we need to ask more questions. As creators, we need to be more transparent. And as a community, we need to draw the line between curiosity and exploitation. When I do videos, I make sure to put reportedly or according to sources if I'm not sure if something is, been fact-checked or not. Or simply if it's not been confirmed yet. This is how I try and make my content as trustworthy as possible. And although I'm not perfect, I encourage other creators to do the same. These children, George, Charlotte and Louis, deserve to grow up with as much peace and privacy as possible, as well as, their parents easing them into their royal roles. Let's not turn them into characters in stories they didn't choose.